Welcome to your new addiction. Hey, I can quit whenever I want. No, you can't. Regardless of the game that you play, you'll be using these buggers all the time. Their use will vary from game to game, but before we get into that, how do you even read them? First things first, it is important to note that you will see abbreviations in reference to dice. Better get used to abbreviations in this hobby, there's a lot. Luckily, the abbreviations are simple. Rather than dice, it follows the sides it has. So D4 is a 4-sided die, D6 is 6-sided, so on and so forth. Luckily, reading dice like D6s, D8s, or even D20s, it's rather easy to understand how to read them. You roll, and then whatever comes up, that's the number that is rolled. However, for dice like D4s, D10s, or even percentile die, it can get rather strange. D4s tend to have two variants. One's where the numbers are on the edges, and the other's where the numbers are in the center.
Why?
The number that is rolled is the one that is on top. For the D10s, the 0 is the 10. Finally, the percentile die. The percentile die. It's not really rolled in 5th edition D&D. It's usually only rolled for wild magic charts for the wild mage sorcerer. From there, certain charts for loot and other effects if your DM decides to use them. Their use will be seen far more commonly in games like Call of Cthulhu, known as D100 systems. You really only roll the percentile die in combination with the D10. And together, this is what makes them the D100. And when you read them together, it's both incredibly easy and, as with everything, can spark some intense debate. Regardless on where you land, you read them as the percentile die in the 10 position and the D10 in the single position. The debate usually comes in when there's all zeros being rolled. Some people would say that that is just a flat out 0, while others will say that that is a 100. Regardless of where you land in this debate, as long as the table is in agreement on how to read the die, or the game makes it clear, then that's truly all that matters. Seriously, some things are not worth ruining the fun at the table over. And if you do this over dice, then you're in the wrong. Simple as that. But how are the dice used? Well, that is honestly going to vary from game to game. Some games will just have you roll all D6s and will inform you on what level of success that you reached. Think Powered by the Apocalypse. Some games use D100s, in which case the number that you need to reach will be listed on your character sheet. Seriously, I actually think D100s are way easier than people can give them credit for, and in many cases could probably encourage more roleplay than something like D&D 5th edition. But that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, have fun with the system that you enjoy.
But what about Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, for D&D and basically all other D20 systems out there, you're going to be using all the dice for a wide variety of reasons. You're primarily going to be using the D20 to determine attack rolls, saving throws, and skills, but every dice that you get in your set will be used in some capacity. From there, everything from the D4 to the D12 will be used for spells, class abilities, or weapons. Suffice to say, the die type it uses will be explained to you right then and there on the chart. In other words, read your spells.